LeBron James back in the Lakers lineup after missing the last one due to a sprained ankle. Anthony Davis back as well after pretty much missing the last 2 games due to the flu. Lakers in Philadelphia to take on the big fella Joel Embiid and the Sixers, and let's just say the big fella was in his bag early and often. He got Anthony Davis to 3 fouls in the first quarter. He had to sit it down, and Embiid went to work on AD's replacement, Thomas Bryant. Anthony Davis, a first quarter to remember. How about 8 for 9 from the field? This three-pointer at the buzzer gives him 20 points to match the Lakers 20 points. Philly leads it by double digits after one in the third quarter. It's Russell Westbrook finding LeBron, who finds the bottom of the nets on the layup. Lakers turnover is going to lead to some DeAnthony Melton offense. He's been flourishing in those extra minutes with Tyrese Maxey out of the lineup. And in his second game back, how about James Harden starting to find the range? Philly's up 15 in the fourth. AD had himself a big fourth quarter. Again, missed a lot of this game due to foul trouble. 18 big points in the fourth quarter, got him to 31-12 for the game. But it's Melton's 3 that puts Philly seemingly up enough to cruise to a win in this one. But the Lakers got some fight in them nowadays. Westbrook at the rim, and then the King down the lane for the deuce. Embiid's gonna find Melton, who knocks down one of his 8 3-pointers, a career-high 33 points for DeAnthony. Sixers still up 8 with less than a minute to go, but they're gonna blow it. Look at PJ Tucker try to track down this bad pass. Pat Beverly's gonna come up with the steal. He gets it to Austin Reeves, who had himself a game. And it's Reeves knocking down the 3. And just like that, the Lakers are down 2. They're down a point with 7.1 seconds to go. Again, more bad plays from Philadelphia keeps the Lakers in this one. AD is fouled with his team down 1 with 3.7 to go. Davis is going to make the first free throw, but he misses the second that would have gave the Lakers the lead. Harden and the Sixers got to go. Korkmaz's shot is no good. We would go to overtime in the extra period. It was all about the bearded one. Harden inside. Harden, the pull-up jump shot. James Harden had 28 and 12 to go alongside Embiid's 38 and 12. It's the Sixers almost blowing the lead, but in the end, they still get what matters the most, and that's the dub. 133-122 in overtime. You got to be really excited if you watched the Philadelphia 76ers play basketball last night against the Lakers. Yes, Philadelphia blew a big lead, but to blow a big lead, you got to get a big lead. And they got that big lead in large part due to Joel Embiid's dominance. Like, be clear, Embiid took Anthony Davis out of the game. That is a luxury to have. A big fella that's willing to do whatever it takes to get the other stars big out of the basketball game. It wasn't like Anthony Davis just caught 2 random fouls in the first quarter early and then caught a third one late in the first quarter. No. Joel Embiid went into that game saying, if this dude is going to guard me, he is going to be on the bench. And that's what allowed the Sixers to pretty much cruise to a decent lead throughout this basketball game. Anthony Davis had to play fearful. Now, he was able to stay on the court later in the game, right? He didn't even foul out of the game, actually, which was pretty impressive after getting 3 fouls in the first quarter and staying in a game that went to overtime. That's pretty darn impressive. But the whole game, Anthony Davis couldn't really commit to defense the way that we know AD can commit to defense and the way that he's been playing as of late. So that clearly impacted the game. That is something that's not going to get talked about enough, but it was a huge deal. And I want to give James Harden some credit. We've been critical of Harden on this platform too many times to count. But in this game, not only did he allow Embiid to cook, which I think is a big deal, like they were giving the ball to Joel Embiid as soon as the big fella crossed half court, and he was doing whatever he wanted, getting to his spots, and then getting those fouls on Anthony Davis, right? Like, they let Joel Embiid cook early, and then everybody benefited late. DeAnthony Melton had himself a big game. James Harden had himself a big overtime. That's not something that's been synonymous with the bearded one's career. Big overtimes, big fourth quarters late. he's more of a get mine quarters 1 through 3 type of guy. But James was the deal in OT for the Sixers, and a huge part of them after losing that lead, getting it back, and still winning by double digits in overtime, they were still able to cover the spreads out there. How about that? Sixers get the win over the Lakers. Really good game. If you were able to watch it, you know what I'm talking about. If you didn't, you got my highlight, so there's that.